It's DC. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you one of the best scalping strategies, how we can get these small red candles avoiding spikes. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like and share this video. This is very important so that other traders can also receive such information. Okay, so let me start with explaining how this strategy works. So one, what are the conditions? We wait for here the black line. Our black line is our CCI. The CCI has to reach between 80 and 90. And we also have the awesome oscillator. The awesome oscillator, it also has to reach level 80 and 90. And there is also a color change. You can see that there was a green color and it's now changing into red. So once this condition have been met, we then move on to the main window. On our main chart, we are waiting for this black line, which is our Ichimoku, and the candles have to cross below the Ichimoku, and we just take our 5 candles and we close. So we have two options. Like the previous video, we can close when these values cross below 0. We have the volume up and volume down. Once the value up and value down, if you check on our awesome oscillators, we have the value up and value down. So once this value up or the value down crosses below this value, the 0 line, we then close. But to be safe, let's just talk about 5 candles. In this strategy, we only want 5 candles because in most cases, if you want to stay long in the market, you can end up being caught by a spike. So let's just talk about 5 candles. Take 5 candles and you are safe, and you move out of the market and you wait for the next signal. So let's look for another example. Let's look for an example. We can see here at this point we have so at this point we can see the awesome oscillator at this point is between between 80 and 90, and the black line, which is our CCI, is also between 80 and 90. We check on the main chart. The black line, which is our Ichimoku, is crossed our candles. The candles are crossing the Ichimoku, and we also have a color change. The awesome oscillator is now changing from green into to red. So we sell. We only take 5 candles and we exit the market. Let's look for another example, then we move on to a next to crash. So here we can also see that we have the awesome oscillator between 80 and 90, and also we have our CCI between 80 and 90. We wait here on the main chart for the candles to cross below the Ichimoku. Here, that's when we sell. We take our 5 candles, then we move out of the market. So this is how we will be selling in boom. Let's look at an example in crash 1000. So another thing is this strategy only works perfectly in boom and crash 1000. Don't use it in 500 or 300. It only works perfectly in 1000. So here we have also we have an example where we have our awesome oscillator between 10 and 20, and also the CCI between 10 and 20, and the crossing of the candles are crossing above they are crossing the Ichimoku at this point, then we sell. And also if you check on our awesome oscillator, we also have a color change where we are moving from red to green, indicating that we should buy. Then we take our 5 candles, then we move out of the market. Then we also have here a good example where we have the CCI between 10 and 20, and also the awesome oscillator between 10 and 20, and there's also a color change. And also here on the main chart we have the candles crossing above the Ichimoku. We take our 5 candles, then we close the trade. Let's look for more examples. Here we also have a winning trade, a good example. The CCI between The CCI and the awesome oscillator are between 10 and 20. And we also have a color change on the awesome oscillator. Then we take our 5 candles when the Ichimoku crosses the candles. When the candles crosses the CCI, we take our 5 candles, then we move out of the market. A commonly asked question, what is the zoom level? It is the third zoom level. When we zoom in completely, 1, 2, so it is the third zoom level. That's what we're going to be making use of. So we can see we have multiple examples of this, how this strategy will be, how we can use this strategy when trading crash, and when we're trading crash 1000. So we have a lot of examples. So on each and every day, you have multiple times to trade using this strategy. So let's talk about the indicators. What are the parameters that we're going to make use of? Okay, so we have the Ichimoku on the main chart. So let me make it easy and quickly delete everything I've deleted. So we come here on our F icon, we click this small F icon, we go on Ichimoku. On the Ichimoku, we have the following settings. So what is important is for us to make sure that the taking sen is a color. Just pick a color of your choice and make sure that the rest of the lines have the color of your background. So my background is white, so all these lines have white. Then when you're done, you click done. Then you go on to the next one, which is our relative strength index. The relative strength index, we have a period of 1 applied to close. The style, it must make sure that it is the color of your background. This pixels, make sure it's 1. Then what is important is the levels. The levels, we're going to be having 10, 90, 80, and 20. Once you're done, you click done. Then you're going to come again on the indicators window 1. Click it, then you go on the CCI. On the CCI, we have a period of 120, typical price HLC over 3. This is where you get it. Then you click it. Then our style, I'm going to use 4 pixel and a color of black. Then we don't want the levels. Then when I'm done, I'm going to click done. Then I'm going to come on the indicators window 1 again. Click it. Then we're going to go on the awesome oscillator. This one is the awesome oscillator. Then on our awesome oscillator, we're not going to change anything. We're just going to use the default values. Then we click done. Once we are done, we now have our strategy. The zoom level is the third zoom level. Then we are good to go. So this is how the strategy works. So you're free to join our Telegram group where I post free indicators, where I also post EAs and different trading information. So you're free. I've inserted the link in the description. So I've created the spike arrow, scalping arrow, and also the volatility index killer arrow. So let me show you guys what I mean. So let's look for these arrows. So we have an example of how these arrows work. So we have here, I'm sorry for the black background, but you can see clearly these arrows, the red arrows. So it's a spike detecting software that I've created. And if you're interested in this software, which you can use to trade booming crash, so this software, they are there, these spike detecting arrows, they are there for booming crash 1500 and also 300. So this is how this arrow works. So they can work on 1 minute time frame, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, even 1 hour. So they work in booming crash indices. And I also have the scalping arrow. The scalping arrow. Let me show you this scalping arrow. The scalping arrow. Where is the scalping arrow? Okay. So the scalping arrow, this is the scalping arrow. You can see that once there is an arrow on the chart, so you can enable your push notifications so that when there is an arrow on your laptop, you don't need to spend the whole day watching, just looking at the charts. You can simply receive a mobile notification when you've enabled push notifications. So this arrow, you only take 5 candles. You can see you will not be caught by spikes. You can see here we also have a scalping arrow for boom. So if you are interested in these arrows, please get in touch. And I also uh, I've also recently created a volatility index arrow, so there will be no need for you to analyze the market. This indicator would do this for you. So this is the arrow that I'm talking about. So I have a separate video where I was explaining how these arrows operate. Once when there is a series of blue arrows, it means that you should buy or you should increase or add more positions. Once there is the presence of a red arrow, you then close your trade. So you can make use of these arrows to trade volatility indexes, and it also works in step indexes and other indices that are there on deriv. But basically these volatility killer indices, they work in all deriv synthetic indices. So if you're interested in these indicators, they work in 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, and also daily time frame. This makes trading easy. I think that has always been my goal, to try and make sure that trading becomes easy, because people complicate trading. Trading also becomes difficult when you don't have these indicators, which enables you to be more profitable and to save time on analysis and making wrong decisions. So thank you so much, guys, for your time. Make sure you hit the notification bell, you like this video, and you also subscribe to my channel. Thank you, guys. Stay blessed.